So I feel absolutely terrible. I've had about the worst week that I've had in a long time. And I thought, am I going to relapse? Am I going to have like movement problems? Am all these other FND symptoms going to come back that I haven't had for a long time? Um, and then I know that the fear of relapse is more likely to make you relapse, or having anxiety about your symptoms is more likely to bring on the symptoms. So I just went with, okay, the situation is what it is. I just need to accept where I'm at right now. And accepting doesn't mean admitting defeat, it means acknowledging where you are and where you want to go, and knowing that where you are right now is okay. So I've been basically homebound, bed or couch bound for the last week. I managed to get out a couple of times with some help, but been such low energy, and I had the shakes, and I thought, oh, is it like a seizure? Is it tremors? And I was walking so slowly a few times, and it was my 3-year anniversary since getting FND, so I was like, oh, maybe it's my psychological trauma converting into stress, converting into symptoms. But it turned out I actually had a fever, and I was probably shivering so much, and my temperature regulation was so off because I had a temperature and I was unwell. So sometimes that can happen too. When you're chronically unwell, you can actually get sick. So anyway, I feel like I'm coming through that, and I need to reestablish my baseline of activity. I've been really kind of feel like I've been getting worse, not better, the last month or so, and I need to cut back on a lot and rest and do simple things that I enjoy and that give me life, and be with people who energize me, not drain me, and make positive goals about what I want to do, small things that are achievable, and not just, oh, I wish I wasn't like this. I wish I could do more. I wish I was able to do the dishes without needing to have a rest afterwards. I wish I could finish the whole lot of the dishes without needing a break in between. Ugh. But rather than focusing on what I can't do, think about what I can do. And I want to go out tonight, and I'm not sure if I should or not, because everything's just taking more out of me than usual. I'm gonna get ready, and then magical transformation. So I feel exactly the same as I did before, and this is how I look now. And I think this is something people really don't get about chronic illness, and they ask how you are, and they can't see from your outside how you are and what might be going on inside. And especially dealing with pain. I've had a lot of pain this week that I don't normally deal with, and it's been really hard, and you kind of don't want to put a downer on other people and be honest, but at the same time, like if you had the flu, you'd be like, hey, yeah, I've had the flu, no good, oh well, hope I get better soon. And when you're just dealing with things constantly, something that I've been thinking about in my kind of sucky time this week was remembering how I have improved so much actually since I first got diagnosed. Now I'm mostly able to cook and feed myself, and I look after a cat, so I'm keeping myself and another living thing alive, and my plants occasionally get watered enough so I can garnish a dish with some parsley. So I have improved a lot, but I also remember when I was just so unwell, and I felt like I'm my body is there and my mind, my soul is somewhere trapped inside, and like, what kind of life is that to just be a vegetable? And no one would want to live like that. And yeah, and realizing that that had been my experience for such a short time, and there's a lot of people who live with a permanent intellectual or physical disability, and to come to a point of thinking like their life is still worth living and they have value as a person, and so therefore I have value as a person no matter what my condition is. And I think it's helpful to think about what's your purpose of why you're here. And for me, I have some spiritual reasons that I can consider myself having value, and for other people it's your family. Like, maybe you have kids and they're a great reason to just keep going and fight, but not fighting against, trying to do more than you're able to and ruining your health in the process, but kind of having confidence and a determination that says, I am still here and I'm gonna still be here, and I'm adequate, I'm worth to keep going and enjoying small things along the way, even if they look completely different to somebody else's life. So if you're afraid about your symptoms, if you're afraid about, like, you've been doing cat attack. Hi, Miska. Say hello to YouTube. So if you've been doing well for a little while and you're afraid of symptoms getting worse, it's okay to be afraid, but try not to let that overwhelm you, and just be where you are and keep going.